alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bad Movie Cult podcast. Or hello, if you're just joining us for the first time. You join us as we're going through our Halloween episodes.
Yeah, prepare for outright terror with this one.
Ken, he asked us to cover Pieces, or he chose Pieces for us to cover. And this is my choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is, of course, the 1989 Richard Allen Greenberg film, Little Monsters.
Good morning, Mr. Stevenson! Ryan!
No way! I parked right over there, right there!
Ryan's been having one of those days.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
You did, mister. But he's about to have the night of his life. Hey, bud, the name's Maurice, and I'll catch you later.
What goes on down there? Every kid's fantasy.
It's magic. Take a ride. No teachers, no rules, no homework.
And the best part is, you don't see any parents telling the kids what they can't eat.
It's a veritable cornucopia of mischief.
So, this is an exclusively under the bed phenomenon. Exactly.
We're the reason kids get locked in their rooms. We're the reason brothers hate their sisters. We're also the reason that parents send their kids back to camp.
First you let a kid in here, now you make contract jokes!
Kid, you want to fly?
Bye-bye, Brian!
Looks like there's no way out!
Little Monsters. Fred Savage. Howie Mandel. They act up when the sun goes down.
You ready?
Maurice, I was born ready.
Got a plot for you, Ken.
Have you? Hang on a second, because I've seen this. There we go. Let's crack on. Go for it. What's the plot of this?
A boy discovers an incredible and gruesome world of monsters under his bed.
That it?
That's it.
Right, okay. First of all, incredible. No. No, not very incredible at all. Gruesome? You're having a laugh, aren't you? Bloody kids' film.
It's pretty gruesome.
That's shit, if that's what you mean.
Ah, yeah, I do get those confused.
How come, right? I pick Pieces, an absolute classic, and you pick a fucking kids' film. What is it with you and kids' films, anyway? What are you living in the past here? Why? You do it at Christmas, you've done it
Pieces
again,
is older than this.
Yeah, I know. It's not a kids' film, is it?
Yeah. Lots of kids in it.
Just because there's kids in it. No, that's not what it means, Dom.
There's loads of kids in that. There's more kids in that than there is in this.
They're fucking college kids, co-eds. It's not,
One of them's got his little dick out, just rubbing it on the window.
Yeah, Fred Savage does that in this one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Did say uncut, but...
No, I don't know. Didn't zoom in enough.
Oh, God. That's a fucking hell. Got a tagline for you.
Go on then.
Some friends can be real monsters, and some monsters can be real friends.
No. I get what they've done, but that first bit that makes sense. Some friends can be real monsters. Why?
Well, Buzz.
I
Buzz from
suppose,
Home
yeah.
Alone.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Although they bully him way more than he bullies them.
Yes, yeah, but there you go. That's the
More
savages
on that later.
for you.
Speaking of which, this stars Fred Savage.
Yep, you may remember Fred Savage as every kid ever in America back in the 80s.
Yeah, he was fucking in everything, wasn't he, at one point?
He was like the original Macaulay Culkin, wasn't he?
Oh, he was, yeah, that's a good way of putting it, yeah.
He was the 80s Culkin.
What was Culkin, 90s?
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah, but Fred Savage was every child and everything that ever needed a child in the 80s. That's him. And his little voice at the beginning, the voiceover, Fred Savage, just really comforting nostalgia with his voice. Like the start of the Wonder Years, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, this also stars Daniel Stern, who was the voiceover in the Wonder Years.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He plays his dad, Glenn, and he was also obviously Marv from Home Alone, linking it to Macaulay Culkin.
Whoa.
We've also got Ben Savage, Fred Savage's brother.
Yeah, who
Plays his brother in this.
Yeah.
Plays
very,
Eric.
Very clever.
Little Eric. He was also in Boy Meets World. That's where I know him from.
Yeah. Was that not Fred Savage? Was he not in Boy Meets World?
He was in an episode of Boy Meets World, but he wasn't the main man. It was Ben.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
And of course, the star of this. It's Howie Mandel as Maurice.
Yeah. Remember when that was just Morris? Remember that?
Crazy old Maurice, eh?
Yeah.
Howie Mandel's like a big deal, I think, in America. He's on
I
like
think
American
he is.
Idol and shit.
He is now, yeah. I don't know what the bloody hell he was doing in this, just apart from being annoying as fuck. But,
I
you know.
thought this would be right up your street, the way he was acting.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Still, come on, let's crack on. Let's crack on with this. Let's go for it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
As we say, we start with the Wonder Years voiceover, but it's little Brian telling us that his family have moved to Boston. He feels isolated. He feels tired, old, rusted, busted. He's in a new neighborhood.
There's a lot of these, isn't there, where kids just move away, so they ain't got any friends and shit.
Karate Kid. Covered
Exactly.
one.
Yep, that's one.
Yeah, he says until he met his first friend, and he will never have a friend like him again. And you think, wow, what the hell does that mean? What could this friend possibly have that other kids don't?
Well,
Not even a kid. Well, maybe he is, actually.
you find out. I mean, the clue's in the title, isn't it? And like the front cover. Front cover, you've got an idea of why he's different.
Yeah. I say he's not a kid, but I think we do find out he is a child.
I think so. He acts like one.
We got parents arguing the night. Brian, he's heading down for a peanut butter and onion sandwich.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
That's weird, isn't it? A weird little add-on.
Yeah, very, very unusual. So, yeah. He's watching a TV show about chicks.
Pretty cool. That's very 80s, isn't it, that?
Yeah.
Is that what you were watching in the 80s?
Yeah. Didn't bother with that sandwich, though. What the fuck? I ain't eating that.
Peanut butter and onion?
Well, no,
Delicious.
nobody eats that. Not even Fred Savage.
He starts watching TV when he hears his younger brother Eric screaming about a monster in his room.
Oh, great.
He tells his parents it's disappeared under the bed, so the dad pretends to be grabbed by the monster in what I'm sure would have delighted the kid in real life if he'd done that.
Always does, doesn't it, that little trick?
Pretending to be killed in front of him.
Daniel Stern in this film, what's he going for in this? He looks like Michael Douglas in Falling Down. He's got the bloody defense flat top hair. He's got the big glasses. And he's like, I don't know. And all the way through it, is he like a friendly dad? Is he just an angry dad?
I'm going to say he's very angry. He flip-flops between very angry and quite nice.
I didn't really catch what he was aiming for. I didn't know where he was supposed to sit on the do we like him or not radar. But yeah.
Apparently he hated doing this film.
I'm not surprised. I hated watching it. So, we're in it together, Daniel.
What do you think, viewers? Did you like this film? Do you hate as much as Ken? I bet there's a few out there that love it. Let us know.
It's your nostalgia, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you've chose this for a reason. I've never seen this before. It was my first time sat at work watching this bloody shit.
I thought this would be right up your proverbial alley. What was this? 89?
No.
You'd have only been 40.
I was watching TV shows about chicks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was well into that. I wasn't bothering with any of this nonsense. No, 1999, I was watching Batman.
We all were.
I was watching that, wasn't I? I wasn't watching this shit. I was watching something like based in reality.
Jack Nicholson dancing around.
Exactly, with a really long gun in his trousers. That's what I'm watching.
Dancing around to Love Shack.
Lawrence.
Love Shack, baby.
Exactly. I think Daniel Stern in this, Glenn, I believe his name is, or just Dad, whichever, I don't care. I think he wants the fleshlight.
Excuse me?
He says he wants the fleshlight, which is weird, asking his son for that.
What's a fleshlight?
It's like a torch you have sex with. Isn't it? It's one of them, isn't it? Yeah, it's a torch that you stick your dick in. It's very erotic.
It sounds erotic.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah. You get different ones. It's a whole
Yeah.
range of. There's a whole range of them.
Different dicks.
No, it's for your dick.
Is it a torch where a dick pops out of?
You pop yours in.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
You turn it on and it lights up.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the old 3D glasses thing. You know, you put your torch behind your fingers and you can see your bones. It's one of them, but the other way around.
You can see your dick.
Yeah, that's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
Anyway, Dad goes to grab his fleshlight, and because Eric asked for it, and when he comes back, he's trying to scare him again.
Yeah, does it again. Cheeky bastard.
And when they leave, the dad asks the mum if she thinks Eric heard them, and she's like, "Of course he did. That's what scared him." You know, them arguing.
Yeah, he mentions he's got a 2-hour commute to work.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's he work? So, and what time does he start? Because the next morning they're all still in the house. So what time's he due to start? They're getting ready for school, and he's ready for work, but he's got a 2-hour commute, which means he's still 2 hours away from being at work, which suggests if they're getting ready for school, what, about 8 a.m? So he hasn't started work by 10. Doesn't seem to be late. So hasn't mentioned that he's late at all. Quickly bollocks Brian, of course, for eating a peanut butter and onion sandwich.
Rightly so.
Says he left the TV on or some shit, which I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't know. He had to go in for something anyway.
Grounded with no allowance for TV and peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, and then, of course, he goes to a cupboard, Daniel Stern, for no reason whatsoever. I don't know. He says he's on his way to work and then stops to open a cupboard full of plates. Like he just quickly needs a plate before he leaves. But some ice cream falls out, hits the deck, splatters all over him. He's furious. Blames Brian.
The thing is, Brian tried to lie about the TV and the peanut butter and onion sandwich, which they all knew it was him because he's the only one that eats that shit.
Yeah.
So that when it comes to the ice cream and he lies and he says it isn't him, of course they're just not going to believe him.
No, of course. So grounds him for another year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way over the top with these punishments.
Yeah. He says, you're old enough to know the difference between right and wrong. Why don't you start acting it?
What? What does that mean? That's not even a real sentence. Start acting it what?
Start acting like you know the difference, you piece of shit.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry. Jesus. What the fuck was that?
What's this one? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Brian tells his mom he hates it here and doesn't want to go to school. The mom recommends making friends with the realtor's son, who seems a really nice kid to the mom. His name is Ronnie Coleman, and Brian hates his little fat guts.
At which point, actually, Dad does now say that he's 15 minutes late. Yeah. So, he's still 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes out of work now. And to speed himself up, runs over Eric's bike or something. Or Brian's bike. Runs over a bike. Yeah, runs over Brian's bike just to ease the tension. Gets out bollocks Brian for it.
Grounds him for 2 weeks, no TV for 3, and no allowance until the car is paid up. Because he scratches the car with it.
Is it like about 4 years now he's not allowed out of the house?
I like when they talk about seeing Ronnie Coleman, and Brian says to the mom, the mom says, well, he seems nice to me. And Brian says, you can invite him over for milk and dead flies.
Oh.
To which the mom says, I would, but your father ate them all.
And in which he grounds his wife for 3 months. No allowance.
No TV.
He's now 2 hours and 22 minutes late for work.
Why do I get the feeling, Ken, that you'd prefer to go and follow the dad now for the rest of the film?
I just want to know what he does. I'm just interested, And that's a long journey. Is that like 2 hours each way, is it then? So that's like a 4-hour commute per day to get home again as well.
Work for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, okay, that's like a 12-hour shift in that case, which is manageable. Done it all, But 4 hours of it is driving. No chance. What does he do that he can't get a job nearby? Why have they fucking moved anyway?
was going to say they'd moved to Boston, and what is he just commuting back to where he worked before?
Why didn't they just not move? Not too easy for you.
For God's sake, Dad. It makes no sense.
You can't just keep grounding your kids and you can't make any sensible decisions for yourself.
Cut to Eric. He's telling a young Kenby Wilde about the monster under his bed.
It is me, isn't it? Yeah.
They get on the bus for school. They both say, "Hi, Kirsten." We see a little girl with a multicoloured hat on.
Yeah.
On sideways.
She's the girl everybody likes, of course.
Oh, she's pretty cool.
Oh, yes, she's pretty cool.
She's our number one customer. Brian gets on the bus and blames Eric for the bike being moved and throws his lunch out the window.
Yep, bit harsh.
He also blames the ice cream on him, even though Eric swears he didn't do it either. Cut to Buzz from Home Alone. He gets on the bus. He asks Eric. No, sorry, he asks who Eric is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he says who's Eric, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just couldn't understand my own writing.
Because he's thrown his lunch at him.
Because it's his name's on his lunch. She used to have that. Did your mum used to write your name on your lunch? Did she, Ken? I bet she did.
She wrote someone else's name.
Oh, great.
Used to wrap my sandwiches in a map and then move house. Great days.
Yeah, Brian asks him, "Why don't you pick on someone your own size?" Like Bigfoot, chimes in little Kenneth.
Yeah, nice one.
Very good. The driver slams the brakes and Ronnie falls over and everyone laughs at him. Little note I've made, he's wearing a jacket with his own name on the back of it.
Yeah.
And also, we say this time and time again, but he is not going to be a bully if he was in the UK as a child, this kid.
I don't know. It was different times back then. Different times. I got bullied by a fat kid.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you just beat the shit out of him because you were 6'6"?
Yeah, I was 43 years old, yeah. Yeah, I thought, I'm not having that. He's only like 10.
Used to steal your fucking wrapped sandwiches.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He used to like cross out some of the road names. Never got home.
What was on the sandwiches? Lager?
Yeah, and peanuts. Just
Lager
dry roasted peanuts in a sandwich, yeah.
Delicious.
Yum, yum.
Later at school, Ronnie confronts Brian and they get into a little fight in the corridor. Out comes the oddest looking principal I've ever... He looks like a principal from like a fucking... what's it called? Toxic Avenger, who makes them?
Oh, the Troma film.
Troma. He looks like a principal out of the Troma film or something.
He is an odd looking man. And how's his glasses staying on?
Yeah, put that. Has anyone ever worn their glasses in the same way this principal does?
That low down the end of their nose.
Right on the end, isn't
balancing.
it?
I think they do actually fall off as well at some point.
Ronnie blames Brian for starting it and the principal believes him. No questions asked.
No questions asked and no one really cares. So he's just like, well, don't do it again.
I think he's just because he's new. Must be a troublemaker. Takes him straight to the office.
Yeah.
Kirsten, meanwhile, she heads into the supply cupboard. She's got a key for it for some reason.
I think it's to show she's a trusted child. So she's got a key.
Is that what
to
happens?
this.
Do you get the key?
I think so, yeah, if you're trusted. It's like in prison, isn't it? Where you're allowed to work in the library and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar thing.
Yeah,
School.
where all the acids are and stuff. It just goes in that cupboard.
I tell you, it's a weird old cupboard that's got pretty much everything you could ever want in there. It's not overly specific, is it, to school, that cupboard?
No. Got lots of light bulbs for later.
Yeah, they wouldn't have them in a different cupboard.
No.
No, they'd just be in this cupboard here. Anyway, yeah, off she goes. She photographs plants. That's interesting, isn't it?
Well, Brian turns up while she's in the cupboard and marvels at all the light bulbs. There's enough power here to light up Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know if it does, to be honest. Plus,
she
it's
says
not power, is it? Light bulbs themselves are not power. You need power to generate light.
Yeah, well, that's why he's a shit fucking student.
Yeah, you got enough light bulbs. You got enough light bulbs to light up the Yankee Stadium. Not enough power.
Doesn't know his ass from his dick. This kid. That's the problem with Brian.
Yeah, that's why he's got the fleshlight. His dad keeps nicking for his commute.
Already out on parole, says Kirsten.
Told you it was like prison.
And he says, "So what's up, Mr. Vo?" And her line is, "You really want to know, or are you just asking?" What does that mean?
I think it's the same thing,
Both?
isn't it?
He
Yeah.
just says both.
Which is a fair response, especially
Yeah.
if you don't understand the question.
She tests her Polaroid camera to see if it works, and Brian takes it from her and starts snapping selfies of himself.
Do you know how long they took to actually develop those things?
No.
Fucking ages.
They're the ones that you had to, like, shake.
Yeah, you just have to wait for it all to come out. It's not instant at all. That's what they gave us, but they weren't.
Is that you had one of these?
Only for pornographic pictures, yeah.
Brilliant.
It's the only reason any bloke had them, was to take pictures of the girlfriend, in the old in the nude.
Okay, no questions asked. No further questions, Your Honour.
Yeah, good, thank you. Moving on.
Is this how everyone dressed in this time? All multicoloured hats and trouser suspenders?
Only if they were kooky and slightly interesting. Other than that, no, everyone dressed the same.
Turns out Kirsten is a little scientist as she's studying the effects of artificial light on the blooming patterns of nighttime cactus.
Yeah, she's also 33 and a doctor.
She's documenting the results using Polaroids, and Brian comes up with the idea to flip the pictures through his hand and make the pictures into a little movie.
Yeah, so you can see we got the brains in this pair. Although, in fairness, she never thought of it.
She didn't. She likes
shit
it.
Idea.
She takes the idea on board, though, and he asks to join her for the science project, and she tells him to go piss up a rope.
Yeah, she goes, no, I'll steal your idea, but I'm not giving you any of the credit.
Yeah, which is how the real world works, Brian,
says,
so you just got a lesson.
Yeah, and he said, fair enough, thanks very much.
He tells her to think about it and fucks off home.
He does, yeah. In a kind of sort of dream state, isn't he, where he's in love with her.
Oh, Dreamweaver.
Yeah, that could have been playing.
That night, Brian sleeps in Eric's room for a bet. I think Eric's like, I bet you the fleshlight for half an hour that you won't stay in my room.
Washed it out and everything.
No, absolutely not.
You don't let it accumulate. Oh dear. You got to have easy rinse. You got to have that function.
The easy rinse function.
Yeah, it's got to.
How do you empty one of? Oh, actually, I don't want to.
I'm sure you must just be pouring it out like that.
Oh God!
I've not thought about it too often, but when I did think about it, I thought, what about using it a second time?
Like pouring wallpaper paste into your trough when you're decorating.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Great.
Yeah. Careful not to spill any down the edges.
Is there anything more depressing than walking into a room and seeing someone emptying out their fleshlight?
I've seen somebody fill it, I guess. Walking. Well, you know, you can get those like little porter pussies.
What?
Portable pussy things.
What are you talking about? You mean
it's like the just the very sexual midsection of a female. You can get one of them just on its own.
Very sexual midsection.
Yeah, I didn't say midsection, otherwise you'd assume I meant the waist.
Did you say midsection? What did you say?
I did, yeah. Yeah, so you can get just like a mannequin, but just from the belly button downwards, and it stops just after the ass.
Have you seen Dave, the TV show on Disney Plus?
No.
He has a one of those sex dolls from the waist down, but it goes all the way down to the feet, and it's just got these like jelly legs. It's ridiculous.
Nice.
Anyway, Eric and little Kenneth, they go to sleep in Brian's room.
Kids film, come on.
Yeah. Again, it's like someone's like, "Oh, you like Little Monsters? Have a listen to this podcast on it." Jesus Christ!
Oh, finally they've done another kids film.
Yeah, Eric and little Kenneth, they're asleep in Brian's room. Brian's in Eric's room. He's making good on the bet. The dad asks Brian to get him an autograph from the monster if he sees him and starts tickling him. First time he's nice in the whole movie.
Yeah, don't do it very often.
Eric and little Kenneth are telling each other a scary story about, I don't know, some thumping on the floor or some shit with their like something with no arms and legs crawling along the floor. Brian hears this and goes out
It's
and
a bloody
scares
sex doll again, isn't it?
Brian hears this and goes out and scares them by knocking on the door. And when he comes back, he finds the Eric's room is in complete shambles. Also, the original Fly movie is on the TV in the closet.
Yeah, they're watching The Fly, yeah.
Yeah. And he sees the TV remote supernaturally slide and disappear under the bed.
Well, there's only one way to sort this out. Let's set an elaborate trap in a montage.
Well, he actually, the next morning, Eric and his friend, little Kenneth, he's called Todd, they find Brian on the living room couch and they joke about Brian being a giant chicken.
Well, actually, hang on, because when he set up the elaborate trap, he eats we go downstairs and he's eating and drinking his dinner, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're having their dinner, and he's eating like really quickly because he wants to get back upstairs to catch a monster. But he does the eat and drink at the same time.
Oh yeah, one of our favourites.
Yeah, he's bloody doing it. He's eating his dinner really quick and then washing it down whilst he's still eating it. It's disgusting, horrible.
Yeah.
Stop doing it, everybody. Stop it. And then he's just like, well, yeah, I wonder if he's ill. He's in bed at 9:15.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a school night. How fucking old is he supposed to be? Why would that be a surprise? 9:15, he's gone to bed. Of course he has.
What time are you in bed on a school night?
But he's 6 o'clock.
Bang on 6 p.m. every night.
Yeah, as soon as it went dark, that was it.
Straight to bed.
Sundown, bedtime.
I tell you, with all these traps set up, I hope the dad doesn't invite his mate Joe Pesci round.
See, it's the Culkin reference. It's there.
Yeah.
He's he uses Doritos, doesn't he, as a bait?
Yeah, I like how the mum comes in and gives him the fleshlight, saying Eric wanted him to have it.
Just need to rinse it and it'll be fine.
Yeah, or don't if you. I mean, your brothers.
It's brotherly love. That's what it says written on it.
Oh God, he does. He uses cheese Doritos, almost like like E.T. with his. What did they use in that, Reese's Pieces or something?
Yeah, like Mac and Me, where it's like just pieces of shit.
Yeah, or was it M&M's for E.T. and Reese's Pieces for Mac and Me? I don't know.
I think it was, yeah, something like that. Anyway, who cares? They're all the same, aren't
they? Brian actually succeeds in trapping the monster.
Yeah, well, he should, because he sets up some sort of like A-team grade trap, doesn't he?
It is. It's probably better than the A-team. Remember when the A-team made like a projectile out of a bed?
No.
They're in a cell in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And out of like a cell bed and mattress, they made a projectile thing, like a fucking catapult.
Really?
Yeah, that made something blow up when they hit it.
I remember they made a gun that shot cabbages. They made a cabbage cannon.
Nice.
Yeah, they can make anything, those guys. It's where MacGyver got his ideas.
Yeah, and go on.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, so he makes all this A-team, which, to be honest, considering he's like just dicking around at school, he'd be a fucking good engineer if he put his mind to it.
Mm.
Never mind just shaking some photographs around and pretending he's doing science. He's actually not bad at this shit. But, of course, the trap fails instantly.
He kind of wrestles him to the ground, and then the dad comes in, and the monster's disappeared, just leaving clothes behind.
He does.
And the dad sees the mess and bollocks him.
Yeah, grounds him for 4 years. Yeah, that's what he does. And beats him with a bamboo reed. No, he doesn't. Once
the lights go out, the monsters start to grow in again, and we find out that he's a sort of ugly blue fuck called Maurice.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I've written down what he does bollock him for. He bollocks him for the clothes, then tells him he's got to tidy that up. Then he's going to tidy the garage, and then he's going to go and cut the lawn. All that just for having some fucking clothes on your bedroom floor. He's a total bastard, this dad.
No wonder he's getting divorced.
Well, not yet he's not, but no wonder he's not just fucking off for 12 hours a day to do nothing. Pretend he still works at the defence place.
Yeah, just go sit in the park.
Yeah, eating his little sandwiches.
Yeah, so I've put that Maurice looks like a cross between Sloth from the Goonies and Beetlejuice with ADHD.
Yeah, kind of.
What are your thoughts on Maurice?
I don't like him. He's a blue-faced fuck, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, irritating as hell. He catches him under his trash can, which is, a bit shit. For the monster's point of view. Easily caught.
Then he throws a ball at Brian and it opens the blind and he shits himself. He starts growing horns, wants to get back under the bed, but Brian won't let him. Then he realises that the sunlight is killing him.
There's a scene just before that, actually, where he pops his eyes out.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good effect.
And says, keep your eye out for monsters. I thought that was a little bit strong for a children's film.
Yeah, it was a good little effect, that.
Yeah, I mean, there's more of that later on as well. I mean, they got away with it with Pee Wee Herman, didn't they, with Large Marge?
So say, like, around this time, like, the kids' films, when they had horror elements, were actually scary.
Yeah, I just thought it was quite good, that little bit. Just with his eyes out on the stalks. But he's very annoying. And, right, he figures it out. He figures out that, the sunlight, first it disfigures you, then it kills you. To which Maurice says, please save me. And he says, no, you wrecked my bike. It's a harsh lesson. A harsh lesson there.
Learned it from his dad.
Yeah. He's just going to watch this monster die slowly in front of him and in pain. That'll teach him. Anyway, he does. He saves him. He saves him in the end. And then they become the best friends ever. And it just gets more annoying from there.
He springs back up wearing tiny sunglasses, saying I'll catch him later, and disappears.
Yep, off he goes.
Because he was joking or something. He slides the clothes under the bed, doesn't he, when he thinks the monster's dead, and we get sad music. But Maurice springs up wearing these shit little glasses, and he's like, catch you later.
Yeah. Do you know what he's got on his wall?
Is this in Brian's, or is it this Eric's room?
Well, it's Eric's room now, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah. What would Eric have on his wall? Victoria Silvstedt poster?
Close. It's a poster.
Is it a poster of music?
No.
A film?
It's a poster of the classic Corey Haim and Corey Feldman film, License to Drive.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. What a great throwback there. All child actors there supporting each other.
Yeah, they were the child actors of the 80s, weren't they, them two?
Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
The two Coreys.
I think Savage was more the cutesy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Haim and Feldman were the sort of more adult child films, wasn't it? Like teenage films.
Yeah, I think you'd go Haim if you wanted somebody maybe with a little bit of street smarts. And you'd go Feldman if you wanted just like a bit of a fucking off the rails buddy.
Yeah. Then you go Savage for this sort of shit. If you needed a kid.
Savage, you'd go like homely little kid, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Top notch work. They've got them all covered between the three of them.
Culkin did all of that all in one.
Culkin's played a murderer.
Yeah. Good son.
As a kid, yeah. Corey Haim
been murdered by bees.
I don't know if it's called murder, if it's just by a bee.
They were on trial. The second half of that film's the trial.
Oh, right. I've not seen the second half until I was too upset.
Tom Cruise is the lawyer and Jack Nicholson's one of the bees.
Oh, fair enough then, yeah.
Anyway, the next night, Brian, he discovers that he and Maurice share the same interests and becomes his best friend.
I've got the line written down. He says, when he says, like, oh yeah, come down under the bed and we'll go like into our little magical world. He says, it's 100% unadulterated, where's the beef anarchy.
Oh, that's my favourite kind of anarchy.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
I don't know what it would entail. Would it just entail searching for missing beef?
I think so. Is that why you've got that Where's the Beef t-shirt on?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah. Thought so.
Yeah. It's anarchy out there, I'm telling you, looking for these products.
And why are you drinking from that fleshlight instead of a normal glass? You've rinsed it out beforehand.
We're all friends here.
Maurice eats Brian's bogies.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And he says, I thought it was something nice, but it's not.
Yeah, good
That's-
joke, but horrible setup.
Yeah, that's one of the many, many, many jokes that he says throughout the film. 100 miles an hour with no breath in between, so you can't really understand anything he's saying.
It's we go under the bed now into the monsters world, and he's like, wow, and it looks shit.
Yeah, it's
really
like
badly done.
I've put. It looks like the local garbage dump. Loads of pallets, staircases, red lights everywhere, kids in shit Halloween costumes.
Yeah, kind of like in it's like in Labyrinth when they're in the junkyard.
Yeah,
Looks a bit like that. But
Charlie
shitter.
Bear.
Yeah, a bit shitter than that. Even though that was full of junk, this still looked worse than that.
Looks really fun, especially the arcade where you got to fart on the door to get in.
Well, yeah, I guess that's fun. We get to meet other monsters. They're all shit. And it's like loads of ladders everywhere, isn't there, leading to bedrooms. It turns out that what's going on here is...
I mean, that would be fun if you were Jimmy Savile, I guess.
Oh, come on. Come on, we're not having that. Poor man's dead.
Ken subverted the joke there, people. Don't email him with complaints.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I was going to say, it's a precursor of Monsters, Inc., isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Which is exactly the same idea, where all these monsters live together in this world, and they have access to the bedrooms, and they have to go and do their little tasks.
Yeah.
However, in Monsters, Inc., it's to generate screams and scares. This is just to be a bit of a dick.
Mm.
Which I don't know if they judged on this or what. I don't get it. But anyway.
I mean, he gets handed like a file, like, you know, you've got to scare this kid here and this kid there, and whatever. I mean, imagine this place though, Ken. You can eat all the junk food you want, any video game you want, you can play. No adults.
Yeah.
All the TV you could possibly watch. All you've got to do is live in a fucking shit heap for the rest of your life.
It does sound like fun, I suppose, doesn't it?
Well, we get a montage of just the trouble that you were talking about. What kind of stuff they're up to? You got peanut butter on the phone, classic.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Chocolate sauce all over the kitchen.
Yeah, footprints and handprints everywhere, all over the walls and the floor.
Skates on the stairs.
Yeah, which could be cause of death, of course.
Yes.
It's a bit of a very, very, very harsh prank, that one, isn't it? Killing the fucking parents. Yeah, they cling film the toilets. They smash things to pieces as well. Criminal damage. Throw that in for the kids. Yeah,
Yep.
you can have kids whisked off to bloody juvie for this.
Yeah.
Just wake up and some bastard, some blue bastard's been in your house and smashed all this shit up, and you get sent off to Borstal.
Yeah, Maurice finishes a jigsaw in one of the kids' room, then axes the mom to death.
Yeah, quite right.
He also puts cat food in Ronnie's sandwich, the bully Ronnie.
They do, yes. Yeah, they go, is it Rodney?
Ronnie.
Is it Ronnie? Why
You
have I written
plonker.
Rodney? I don't know why I've written Rodney.
Nicholas Lyndhurst as the bully.
as Glenn, the dad. Nicholas Lyndhurst play him.
Yeah. He puts cat food in his sandwich and also replaces Ronnie's apple juice with piss.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Touch. When I was at school, we had a thing for home economics, which is basically just cooking shit.
Yeah.
And we had a breakfast, and I didn't know what to make for breakfast, so I just did a fruit salad because it was literally just cutting fruit up. And
nice.
In my apple juice container, I'd actually just taken a beer because it looks the same. And I went in, and in my home economics class, I had a beer in front of everybody, and nobody noticed.
How old were you?
Probably about 15, I think. 15, 16.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
You tear away.
Drinking a beer in class and getting away with it.
Did you not tell anyone, even your mates?
I told my mates, yeah. They didn't believe me. So I gave them a little whiff of the beer. And then I downed it. I did it again as well once. I did a stage show where I played Eddie Hitler in the adaptation of Bottom, and is that bit where he pulls a beer out of his coat and then drinks it. Well, because we were on stage, I actually just took a real beer out there and just drank that on stage, downed it in front of the audience. It was great. There's me drinking beer at school. Oh yeah,
Pretty cool.
Won't catch me being bullied by Ronnie. Not at this time. Tables have turned, Ronnie.
Cut to the next day. Brian, he's got sunglasses on. He's feeling the effects of being up all night, ruining kids' lives. We also get, is this where we get the montage of all the kids getting bollocked by parents?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all very...
apparently he's got to be home before sunup, otherwise he gets trapped down there. Okay, that's a rule. So they fucked him off back up there. Then we got a montage of all the kids being bollocked, sent off to army camp. One of them just gets beaten into a coma by a stepdad. One of the moms slips on that gate. She's dead. Neck snaps at the bottom of the stairs. The kid's laughing. It's a great montage of the fallout of all of these hilarious pranks. Yeah, but poor old Brian's tired. So,
tired.
We'll focus on him, yeah.
Sunglasses on, and this is where we get to see Ronnie. Again, besides having that fight, because, someone threw their fucking lunch out the window, hit him in the face, he hadn't really done much to Brian. But
No,
nevertheless...
it appears to any other kids.
No, he's just sitting with... He's gone to eat his lunch,
He just goes, sits down and gets his lunch out.
Yeah. Eats the sandwich.
Yeah,
throws that
up. I think what's her name? Kirsten.
Yeah.
Kirsten comes over and says, "Hey, you look like a fucking idiot in your sunglasses." And he goes, "Yeah, well, watch this." And then they watch Ronnie eat his cat food. Thinks, "Oh, what is this?" Oh, thinks it's tuna. It's cat food. Not happy. Quickly gets his drink, gulps that down, shouts, "Who's pissed in my drink?" Turns around and spits his drink and his food, even though they shouldn't be doing that at the same time. It is disgusting. Spits that all over the principal's penis, who just happens to be walking past.
Yeah.
No, he's not got it out.
No.
He's just that
area.
height, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just that height. It's the very sexual midsection of the principal.
Brian sort of fist pumps the air when that happens, and people are high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
Even though no one else will have any idea. Somebody
actually shouts, "Ronnie's just spit piss on the principal," which is true, it happened, but somebody shouts it in case there's other people who hadn't seen it. Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, all right." Like a great big victory, even though he's pretty much done far worse now than Ronnie had ever done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is way above and beyond.
This is like Karate Kid era. This is, isn't it?
Yeah, because he was
leave it alone, and you'll fucking be fine. But no, you've got to go back and antagonize him again and again.
Yeah, because I think the Karate Kid, didn't we say the Karate Kid was a bit of a dick?
Yeah.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, all he's got to do is just get on with his own life. No one gives a shit that he's even there.
Exactly, yeah.
But still, there we go.
This is we get more of Maurice and Brian up to hijinks.
Yeah, he's straight down there the next night, isn't he? No messing about. Brian, straight down under the bed.
Yeah.
Maurice pulls Brian's pants down, and one of the other monsters says, "Nice ass."
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Brian's embarrassed by that instead of feeling quite happy about it. But
I think that monster makes Maurice do it. She's got some sort of supernatural abilities, maybe even telekinesis.
Oh my god. Maybe so, but why she wants to see a fucking 11-year-old's ass, I don't know. But she does, and she likes what she sees. To continue the why are young people doing all this, they decide to go to Kirsten's room just to have a perv on her while she's asleep.
That's true. I was like, why have they gone here then?
I thought, how old are these fucking kids that this is happening to them?
Maurice is like, "Do you like this girl?" And Brian's like, "Yeah." And Maurice is like, "Well, let's ruin her life then."
Brian gives us another Karate Kid bit where, he goes off saying, "Oh, I think she's cute." Well, I wouldn't say that she... And all this. You just think, fucking hell, not another one. Just total nonsense monologue about this girl. You just think, She's fucking 11 years old.
Mm.
You're talking about at least Ali, whatever her name was. What was her
Ali
name?
G.
At least he was a middle-aged man pretending to be an Asian. So, you got to draw the line, haven't you? Yeah, cheers for that, Dom. Yeah, it was. It's Ali G, yeah.
It always here to help, Ken.
Thank goodness you didn't give me a wrong name and make me sound ridiculous.
Maurice eats Kirsten's papers using he's got his hand turns into like a dog head.
Yeah,
it's a science project.
He says I'm man's best friend, and his right hand is a dog.
Yeah, he says a man's best friend is his right hand, is what he says.
Yeah, which I think is a masturbation joke.
Yeah.
Unless that's just me.
No.
I'm pretty
You're
sure.
not the only one whose right hand's their best friend, Ken. I'm sure of it.
It's all right then. To be honest, more left hand now because you can scroll through the porn on your phone. Then can't you? The right hand
for your beer.
Multitasking 3 things. That's outrageous.
Well, you expected fucking what's his name from Total Recall to multitask. You fucking animal.
He's got really 3 options in front of him, though, hasn't he? I can't use my face for one of those things. That's incredibly talented, to be honest.
Depends which one, I suppose. Yeah, the second night, anyway, I've noticed that Maurice is wearing the full skeleton earring from your mate from Demon Wind. He was wearing.
Is he? Yeah. It's a smaller one, though. It's not life size like his was.
Brilliant. Meanwhile, Eric, he goes to Brian's room. Over here is his parents arguing. Gets upset when he sees Brian's gone.
I think what they're arguing about the fact that Daniel Stern hasn't got a dick.
Yes, that is true.
I think that's what they say. Something about him not having a penis.
No.
And that's what they're arguing about, which is obviously upsetting for a small child to hear that about their dad.
Yeah, because will I grow up and lose my penis as well?
Yes.
Is what Eric's thinking.
Yes, little
Most
Eric,
likely.
you will.
Over there is his parents arguing, as I say. Sees Brian's not in his bed. And this is where we meet Snick.
Yeah, what a fucking shit-looking thing he is.
Do you know who this is that plays him?
No.
You know the neighbour from The Burbs?
No, what?
You know The Burbs with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
You know, sort of his mate, the neighbour, that comes in and eats all his food and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been in someone else, so he said he was dressed exactly the same as he was in The Burbs.
Yeah, he was in Groundhog Day.
That's him. So what? So, right, so he's not in this. He's dressed differently in this.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
Sort of.
Quite differently.
Yeah, there's some telltale signs that he's dressed differently. He's like some massive troll-looking fuck.
Yeah, I don't really get what's going on with him.
Rips some little monster's head off for some reason.
Well, that's it.
He shouts that Boy always gets what he wants.
Yeah, now, I don't know what the fuck Boy is in this. I don't understand because we've never spoken about Boy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he meant specific somebody was called Boy. I thought he just referring to whoever he's like the bedroom he was like attached to.
Yeah.
I thought that's what he meant. Some boy in the real world that he
always
looks
gets
after.
what he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I don't see kids' films, so I didn't really think that much about it. I couldn't care less, but I just thought I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and moved on to the excitement.
You're just sitting there watching this and just saying out loud, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
Yeah,
just to the screen.
At work looking over. Yeah, very unusual scenes.
Anyway, what's next?
Monster Ball.
Oh, hang on. Hey,
yeah, Monster Ball.
Oh.
Fuck, that was seamless work. Well done.
Thank you. So what the fuck is it?
I think it's just baseball, but you just like get to you just get to break shit. You just like try and hit stuff.
Yeah, it's all from kids' houses that they bring down.
Seems to be it. Yeah, so they're not only pranksters, but they're also thieves.
Yeah,
thieves in the night.
They pitch and then they swing with the bat, and the idea is to break stuff that's sort of behind the pitcher. That's it. Yeah. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
There's a terrible montage of them playing.
Yes,
and it's got like
very cool.
it's like I think it's all the kid actors, all the main actors are dressed as the monsters in this bit. You can actually see Eric doesn't have a mask on or anything. He's just in
I thought
face
I
paint.
wrote that down. I thought he's fucking one of them. What's happening there?
Yeah, I think it's all just the kids had turns to play a monster and play some baseball. Oh,
I guess. Oh. Right, sports fans.
Brian runs off to find the ball and he stumbles across a weird part of the monster world with like dolls' heads and shit and like little like kiddie music playing.
Yeah, quite liked it.
The kiddie music is pretty creepy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I quite like that whole bit actually. Should have been there a bit more often.
Yeah. To be honest, boy, isn't it? Like he scared the shit out of me when I watched this as a little kid.
Ooh, Snick or boy?
Boy, I'm not Snick. Yeah. No one's scared of Snick.
He ain't got a fucking neck.
A big fucking klutz. It looks like a fucking ball bag with a shirt on.
We all know what that looks like, right, listeners?
Please do not.
You do a little dress up.
Yeah, please don't send photos in though. Not this time. Especially, I'm talking to you, Ken.
Yeah, just get you check the inbox,
so to speak.
Who were?
Snick spots him and goes to throw him off the edge, saying no one should ever come this close to Boy's stairway. Does he mean his bum?
I believe he does, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he meant...
Little boy's buttocks.
No one gets this close to little boy's buttocks.
Quite right.
Maurice
to have a warning.
Yeah, in this sense, it's a 6-foot troll who looks like a ball sack with a fucking overbite.
That'll do, yep.
Maurice talks Snick out of it, saying Brian's Maurice's responsibility. We get a brief shot of Boy from a distance in the shadows.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Exactly.
All right. Well, he's very good then. Very good. Very effective.
The next day, we see Kirsten. She goes to get a presentation out for a report, and she finds that it's been ripped to bits. I'm not sure why you wouldn't check that before you left school for the day. I suppose. I mean, I would have. I don't know about you, Ken. Or are you too busy packing beer into your apple juice?
Too busy sneaking contraband in like a legend.
You've said time and time again you hope your mum doesn't listen to this. Is she aware of that story?
Ago. No, it was years ago.
She's still not aware of the story, though?
No, she don't care.
But if you do care, Mother Wild, please email us in. We'll read it out on the podcast.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough. Well, guess we'll see. I'll be grounded for 7 years.
Mow the lawn, no TV.
Play havoc with the fucking reviews.
Yes, you join us this. Unfortunately, Ken's still grounded this week, so I'm doing it strictly solo.
He hasn't watched this film again, but he's allowed to come on and talk about it.
But only for 20 minutes.
Yep, and he's got to go and wash the car.
He's got to go to bed because it's 5:30. The next day, we see... Is it... Oh, no, the parents. This is where the parents tell the kids they're going to be breaking up.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? You know, bit emotional, but it's only fair. I mean, Dad's not got a penis, and he's overly aggressive to the kids. Works in the different country to where he's moved. So, you know, I guess he's not the best person.
The mum
to be angry
badmouths
about
him
with.
to the kids every fucking minute she has alone with them.
Yeah, and when he's alone with them, he just get the fleshlight out. So it's probably a better, you know, it's not the best environment. So I suppose, you know, let's have a go, see how it goes without us.
I mean, you don't see any time where the parents are nice to each other, and you know, so there's no like, oh, well, they shouldn't split up. You actually think, yeah, most likely they're just always fucking arguing.
Yes, it's actually quite sad though, because Eric just thinks it's because of him, because like him and Brian being naughty.
It probably is.
So he just says,
it definitely is, in fact, Eric.
We'll be good. We'll be better. Please don't leave. We'll be better. And it's very sad. You know, Imagine that.
And then Brian's
poor little Eric.
Fuck this, Brian says, and just leaves. He storms out. He says, they're getting a divorce, Eric. Don't you understand, you little fuck?
Yeah. Eric bursts into tears, Brian just like punches him.
Yeah.
Dad grounds them both and then leaves, failing to enforce it.
Yeah.
What I like about that is they actually go and wake Eric up to tell him this.
Oh, yeah, I like that
Eric's
too.
asleep. They wake him up, get him out of bed, tell him that they're going to split up, and then expect him to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, good night.
You watch out for those monsters, because I won't be here to fucking help with it this time.
Yeah, so best of luck with that.
Ask your mum and her new boyfriend, who probably has a dick.
His name is Dick.
Yeah, Dick Dickerson.
Dick Snick. With a ball bag and a coat.
Ball bag in a trench coat and a fucking trilby.
That's him. That's a new fella.
Dick Snick.
It's like Duck Goose. But you go around touching dicks, and then suddenly when you get to a ball bag and a coat, you say Snick and he runs after you.
Yeah.
That's what we used to play anyway.
Yeah, I remember at work
Yeah.
with all of our staff when we were managers.
It's our team building. Yeah, every
great days.
Friday.
Any of our colleagues who remember us playing that game, email us in. Your fond memories.
Dick Snick.
Dick.
Great days.
Anyway, what's your next note? Because I'm skipping straight to the Brian goes along to a child's bedroom like an infant baby.
Yeah, we do get that one. We've already had Kirsten. She's crying about her homework. He's not happy about it. Brian, he's not happy. Maurice thinks it's all a bit of a laugh. He couldn't give a fuck. Maurice then says that he likes Brian and introduces him to a montage to a song called Itty Bitty Pretty One.
Actually, that's, yeah, because I think the soundtrack to this has the weirdest soundtrack.
I've written this soundtrack is fucking mental.
It's all over the place.
You got this song, which I think is from the 50s or something. This is on now. And yeah, it's just got no real place in it at all.
It's got, like, there's a few that spring to mind, but
well, we'll get to the last one at the end.
I was going to say, for me...
Yet. We're not doing that yet.
Yeah, okay.
We'll save that for the end, because that's just fucking insane.
It's the most irrelevant addition, needless.
I didn't understand that at all, but wait till we get there for that.
I would love to have been there when you saw that bit. But anyway, we cut to, Maurice takes Brian along with, there's like several other monsters to a bedroom of a baby intending to scare it. And this is where the fun stops for Brian. When the fun stops, stop.
Do you know what I tell my little girl? Not my son, he's 17. My daughter.
I don't know what.
I say it's not fun unless everyone's having fun. Something like that. I can't remember what I say to her. It's probably something better than that.
It's not fun unless it's fun.
It's not a game unless everyone's having fun. Something like that, because you know where she does stuff and says that she's only playing a game, but it's just fucking annoying. That kind of thing.
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd just like she's on her own playing a game, and you're like bursting in,
smash it.
Yeah, it's like I'm not having fun, so neither are you.
Yeah, just get home from work and just kick everything over.
It's like the dad from this.
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, no dick and all.
Buzz cut and no dick.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I've got that tattooed.
That's on one of your posters on the wall.
I've got buzz cut, arrow upwards, no dick, arrow downwards.
You got that embroidered cross stitch.
Yeah.
Hanging up on the wall. Right
Sometimes
next to there's no place like home, or whatever the fuck you have up.
There's no dick at home. So.
Yeah, Brian finds this cruel. He finds it cruel scaring a baby.
I think it is actually. It does look a bit scary as well for the little chap. Baby's crying. Old Toby, of course.
Yeah, could be. Sarah!
We're home!
Brian, he opens the bedroom door, exposing the hallway light to the baby's bedroom, and the monsters all vanish.
Yeah, but wait, because Brian's hand also starts to vanish.
Yeah. He's turning into a little monster himself, some would say.
Oh, they would, wouldn't they? We cut that now. Where do we go now after this?
Go to Ken's back garden. Little Kenneth.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
He's up in his treehouse, sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
And he shines a light on Brian, and his arm shrinks away.
Yeah, because he wants to know who's that hanging about in his garden.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Fred Savage.
Yeah.
I should have known.
And Brian responds to that by sawing all the legs off of the beds in the house.
Yeah. And I actually thought while he was doing that, I thought, that's going to be fucking noticed.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get away with this one, Brian. You're not going to say somebody else has done it. You're fucking up there doing it right now. And then we go downstairs, and the mum is talking to her friends, saying how, her husband's got no dick. And also saying that Brian's upstairs sawing all the legs off the beds. And she's accepted it.
Yeah, and fuck knows where Eric is.
She's accepted that as a reaction to her and her husband splitting up. Our son is sawing off the legs to every bed in the house, and I guess I'll just accept that because we're getting divorced.
Well, quite right too.
Yeah, so I don't know, he's ruining the hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of pounds worth of furniture, but I suppose it is my fault.
It's just a phase that you go through.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll just glue them all back on again when we get back together at the end of the film. That's what she says. Very aware.
Start sawing off Eric's legs. That's when you got to worry.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen him for a bit.
We also see Snick. He's punishing Maurice because he wasn't able to turn Brian into a monster. This is where we find out that all monsters were children, or maybe we found that out earlier, but this is the first time I've made note of it. We find out Maurice is like a 12-year-old or some shit.
I don't know.
And
Is he always blue?
Little boy blue.
Little boy blue. Good song.
He sounded like Bowie then.
That's his song.
Oh, is that why you did it? Snick, little boy blue.
Little boy blue. That was it, yeah. Good song.
Well, that was it, yeah. I thought that was you, but that was a recording.
No. That was. I've just got the sound clip.
I've got a sound clip.
Oh, really? There he is.
Snick punishes him by snapping both of his horns.
Oh.
They're just dangling off. The dad can relate.
There's a couple of hunchback jokes thrown in quite speedily, yeah.
Such as?
Which I don't know, I can't remember. I just wrote, he said he's got a hunch, and Snick's not very happy because he's got a hunch.
Yeah.
And then he says something about back.
Baby got back?
Something like that, I think he says it, yeah.
Snick got back, then he starts twerking.
Yeah.
I think you say yeah, but I don't think so.
No, sorry, I meant no. No. Yeah, it's just quicker to say yeah, to be honest. Otherwise
yeah, that's true. That's fair enough.
Spark up another conversation. I couldn't be bothered.
Eric, he's kidnapped by Snick.
Yeah, he's gone.
Because he's sleeping in the living room, I think, on the sofa.
Yes, and there is, because there's no legs, so no one can get under the bed. But because he's sleeping on the sofa that's raised off the floor, he fucking gets him from there, doesn't he?
Yeah, sort of Freddy Krueger moment.
Yes, he takes him. Brian inexplicably dives over the veranda at this point. He says, I'm going to go and get him back. And he just runs outside and just dives over the fucking light off the porch.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. I just thought, what? That's my favourite bit of the film. He just suddenly just runs off and dives off the side of the house.
Wouldn't have been as amazing if he'd have mistimed that and just fucking paralysed himself.
Well, it wouldn't have been that fun. No, you're right. That would have been awful.
No, well, just got to be careful, haven't you?
Well, you have, I suppose. I suppose I made it sound heroic, and maybe children would copy that. But you've brought the harsh realities of it right back there. Put a warning on it.
We're all having fun here with fleshlights and parents with no dicks, but when it comes to just health and safety,
you're right. It's what you always used to say. Actually,
I'm on the ball.
Exact phrase.
Yeah, you say it at work all the time.
Yeah, you did in your health and safety meetings.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough. Right, where are we? We are 1 hour, 12 minutes in, and we get the title of the movie gets said.
Brian, he has to go and enlist the help of Todd and Kirsten. Todd, of course, little Kenneth.
Kirsten's still up.
Yeah, she is.
Fucking time is it?
About 6:30, so well past your bedtime.
Well, he was, because Todd, they had to wake Todd up. But, I mean, Eric, he was in bed. Everyone was in bed. Why is Kirsten still awake? What's she
Beats the
up
hell out
to
of me.
in the night, doing some sort of science experiment?
Probably.
Photographing plants in the dark? Anyway, whatever. She's still up, which I thought was a bit weird. But she thinks, yeah, I'll come and help. They're like, really? Why?
She's taking pictures of the plants she bought when she was out for a walk the other day, when the total eclipse happened.
Total eclipse of the sun.
Ba-do, ba-do. Da 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 da.
Life could be a dream. And a couple of films there for you.
Anyway, yeah. So they also gather loads of lights and shit.
Yeah. Well, of course they do, but that's not before Todd or me dons a very, very fetching red beret.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Well, he's gone for an attack, hasn't he? That's the classic attack mode head attire.
It is, and I like how he instantly knows the plan about like getting the bright lights ready.
We go back to the school cupboard, don't we?
Mm.
Which is just as well. We all referenced it earlier on, and it's just as well that they've got made friends with Kirsten because she's got the fucking key.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they're able to get into school without a key, but they can't get into the cupboard. Yeah, but they can't get into a cupboard without it.
Yeah, maybe so she's got the key for the school on it.
All the other doors to the school are open, but this cupboard is so vital to the school that they keep it locked at all times.
Maybe it's a skeleton key.
There's no skeletons in that closet.
Yep, they head down to the monster universe, start zapping various fools along the way with their little lights, turning monsters into clothes.
It's it's like kind of like if those torches were guns, this would like be a full-on massacre, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
Because they're just like running through, just like firing it at like monsters. I know it's only light, but it's the same principle, isn't it? They're killing them.
Mm.
So it's like just going in and just shooting all these monsters who are just doing fuck all except existing down there.
Well, I think they shrink into their clothes and they grow back, don't they, when the light's fucked off?
All right, then stun guns. Stun gun massacre.
They get to the master staircase, which is where we meet Boy for the first time.
Yeah. I like the fact that to get across there are 3 paths, which is good because there's 3 of them. So that's perfect. It works out absolutely brilliantly, that.
Mm.
So well done to that. That was just a stroke of genius.
What are your thoughts on Boy?
At first, I thought it was Angus Young, to be honest. It's like an adult person, an adult man dressed in a school uniform.
Yeah, with the music playing. I mean, he was very scary when I was a little kid, I remember.
Yeah, he certainly does appear to be a freak.
Yeah, he's got like a young person's face and hair, but you can see when it moves behind that the face is a mask that's
it's not real,
tied on.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but they don't really go into that often.
No, he's not really... After rewatching this for the first time in fucking forever, yeah, it's surprising how little he's in this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because my overriding memory of this is this character, but yeah, he's only kind of in this one scene.
And I say that like that mask thing doesn't really come into it. You just see it. And if you're not looking, you won't notice it at all because they don't really draw attention to it. But I quite liked him. I thought he was good.
Yeah, he offers to release Eric and Brian's friends if Brian agrees to convert to being a monster. And you see Eric, he's on like a dartboard.
Yeah, is he spinning? Is he rotating?
Oh boy,
No.
Slowly rotating.
Yeah, like he's on a microwave plate.
Yeah, like he's on a spit roast.
I meant Eric on the thing.
I don't believe so.
I don't think he is either, actually, now I said it. It's not a fucking circus act, is it?
Yeah, he's not.
Isn't there a teddy bear with a drill?
Yes.
Coming at him.
On the ground, going at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know, little monster, innit?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
He throws a
dart. It doesn't really do anything, though, does it, that? It's totally fucking useless, that.
And they just kick it away or something.
Yeah. That's fucking useful. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, and he throws the dart at Eric. Nearly hits him, doesn't.
Shame.
And Brian refuses to convert. And then he's like, let him have it, guys.
I think I've got written down here that Todd calls Boy a loaf of bread.
Most likely, that is a good put down for.
Is that an insult over in America? You
Possibly.
call someone a loaf of bread?
You fucking loaf of bread.
He doesn't say that due to him being a child, of course. But is that an insult, or if I hear it wrong? I did rewind it and listen to it again, thinking, did he call him a loaf of bread?
Maybe.
I swear he did.
Enough with loaf of bread! Hand over the kid!
Anyway, it's irrelevant, so we don't go into it. There's no relevance to bread. We don't have to dwell on that.
Yeah, turns the light on, and Snick's obviously there alongside Boy, and he starts reacting to the light, as does Boy. Boy grabs his own face and rips it off.
Yeah, it's like demonic toys at this point, because all the toys are attacking him and they're just like firing at him and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boy, I've written his face looks like one of those old toy boglins. Remember those?
I do remember Boglins, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a face like a boglin.
He does. My brother used to have one of them. They were
Yeah.
fucking popular, them things.
They fucking were, yeah. It's probably why Boy's got a face like one. He's got a face like a boglin, you loaf of bread. How's that?
He does. He looks exactly like that. And he's like, I thought we could be friends, Brian, or something like that. Says it in a weird
Brian?
voice.
Release Brian!
Release Roger!
Release Eric!
And they get captured, basically, the three kids. They put up a good fight, but in the end, not good enough. And they're locked in the dungeon, with Maurice as well. He gets thrown in there.
Yeah, it turns out he's in there as well, isn't it? That's a bit weird.
And that's the end. They all die in the dungeon.
Eric's he's still like on the dartboard. Next time you see him, he's full of darts. He's dead.
He's 100 years old. He looks like the one chained up in what's it, a Holy Grail, clapping along to the song.
Yeah, you lucky bastards. Life of Brian, of course.
Oh yeah, him as well. I'm thinking of the one that's just clapping in the dungeon in Holy Grail when they're singing Camelot.
Oh yeah, he's in both. That's Eric.
Of course, that's not the end.
Oh no, it isn't, is it? Sorry, I swear I've stopped writing notes though.
Oh, and me.
No, it isn't.
I hope not. They manage to escape by turning Maurice into a pile of clothes.
Yeah, and they do that by making a light out of a pencil.
Yeah, how do they do that?
Know how you do that? Remember how you do that at school? No, of course you don't. Nobody does. It never happened. But they seem to know how to do it. And that's
why they've got Kirsten with them, the scientist.
Of course, yeah.
What does Ken do? Absolutely nothing. Shits his pants. That's what Ken does.
Shits his pants and fills his beret with it.
Yeah, the full beret. Fill the beret, as it's known, yeah.
Yeah, so Maurice, anyway, he melts. He goes under the door. They push him under the door. He opens it for him, and before you know it, they're back in the bloody school cupboard. And
getting more powerful lights.
They're tooling up like the Commando in the surplus store scene. They're just loading stuff up and like everything. It looks amazing, the stuff they're doing.
And they say, if we're going to succeed this time, we need a little fat kid that drinks his own piss. Not his own piss, monster piss. Excuse me.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's got a taste for it now.
Yeah, he has. He's down there. He's looking for piss. He's looking to harvest more monster piss.
Yeah.
For his packed lunch.
I wonder if Maurice ever told him, oh, by the way, you drank my piss, you little freak.
Yeah, that was my piss.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Because you're angry at Brian because he threw his fucking lunch at you from a bus window.
It's like, fair enough, I deserved it.
That was in our version of the film.
Yeah, little bastards.
That was the prequel to Inglourious Bastards that we're writing. They're all kids.
Yeah.
Like Muppet babies. They're all kids in the same creche. Little Brad Pitt, little Nazi fucks.
Little bear. Yeah, they don't get on with the German kid who's just joined the school, wants to take over the creche.
Yeah, so they beat him to death with a rattle.
Yeah.
Look out for it. It's coming
soon. Then they play David Bowie song.
Anyway, they recruit Ronnie and they go back down into the monster world and go straight to Boy again.
Why do they recruit Ronnie? Is it just because he's got a shitload of batteries?
I think so, and he's got little tiny sunglasses.
Oh yeah, perhaps that is why.
And he's just smiling at the camera and you think, you little fuck.
You fat little shit.
Yeah, smiling, thinking you're cool in your little shitty glasses. Because he's the one that turns the power on, isn't he? Like plugs the
Oh
batteries
yeah,
in.
like in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, that bit.
Yeah, when he's putting the lights on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Is
does that.
the batteries? You know the batteries that he's got in that little trolley that he's taking?
Yeah.
They're called die-hard batteries.
Oh, really?
They are, yeah. There you go. Interesting. No, not really. But, oh no, that was it. It's supposed to be interesting, isn't it? Coincidence? No. Interesting? Also no, it would appear. And what he's done there, Ronnie, is somehow he's generated an entire light suit. Why would they have had one of these? Have they just made that?
They've made it. They're like the A-Team, as you said before.
Well, okay, fair enough then. So they made
a light
and
out of a
then,
pencil and
then
whatever
they
else
made
they
a
did
suit,
before.
a suit out of lights, and then hoped that Ronnie would join them. Oh well, whatever, because he has. He puts it on, and now he looks like Dynamo from Running Man.
He does look like Dynamo. Yeah, they turn it on, and Boy's standing there, and he fucking blows up or something.
Yeah, he just immediately melts. And in fact, do you know what? All the way through this, all we've done is like mention like other films, and this he just melts like in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. Snick explodes.
Yeah, he instantly just explodes. And then the alarm goes off. They've got 3 minutes before it's sunrise. They've got to get out of there.
Yeah, they leave Eric because, they forget that's why they're down there.
Yeah, Snick starts to reform like Terminator 2.
Yeah, he's missing a part of his leg. That's missing.
He is, yeah. And then you never guess what happens then. Maurice turns up with a fucking flamethrower.
Not for the first time we've covered a film where someone inexplicably turns up with a flamethrower.
Yeah, but I never thought they'd be in this kid's film. But yeah, he just turns up, he's got a fucking flamethrower, says, "How about a light, bud?" And then just burns Snick to death.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
That is good, isn't it?
Yeah, and they get a little guard of honour. All the monsters are cheering for some fucking reason. I'm not sure why. They're all cheering because, oh, hooray, our leader's dead. Hooray!
Yeah.
Not sure why, but hooray! And then they keep running, and they're too late. The portal's closed. They can't get back into his bedroom.
Yeah, the sun's come up.
But, as is a classic Americanism, it's that fucking big that it comes up at different times across the states, doesn't it?
It does.
So they got fuck off to the next state and then like keep trying to get up before the suns come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fail miserably actually for ages, don't they? Far too long. Yeah, and finally get to California, and there's some guy sleeping on the beach, which looks like Amity Beach from and Amity, as you know, means friendship. But he's asleep on the beach, and he doesn't notice all these kids crawling out from underneath him.
Yeah.
Should be something unusual to see, wouldn't it, if you're out walking your dog early?
Yeah, well, the night before, he saw a load of terrorists entering via the beach.
Yeah, she went back to sleep. He's like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, Chuck Norris can deal with these guys.
Yeah, he's just like, I've had enough of that. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to bed. And then he says, it's a heart-wrenching goodbye, isn't there?
Oh, a beautiful goodbye with Maurice and Brian.
Yeah, Maurice says, I'm not fucking coming. I'm a bloody monster, you mad bastard.
Yeah, I'll die. Instantly death.
And he's like, yeah, I know, but still, come on. And he's like, no. This is fair enough. And he said, but where there's a bed, there's a way. Which is what I used to say to the ladies back in the day.
Sounds more of a threat than anything, but he does give...
That's the way they saw it.
He does give Brian his leather vest.
Yes, a beautiful faux vest.
Assless chaps.
Yeah, what does it say on the back of that?
Something like "Born to be Wild" or "Forever Young" or one of those.
Two
Very
songs. Similar. Yeah, love, love, live, laugh, love.
Yeah,
Luftwaffe.
Is it no dick with an arrow? And then what was it? What was the other one? Flat
Buzzcut.
top. Buzzcut. That's it. Gives him his leather vest. Says, "I'll meet him. We'll meet again someday." And Brian's like, "Not fucking likely."
I doubt it, you blue bastard.
Yeah, I've just sawn all the legs off the fucking beds, mate. You'll never see me again.
Yeah, that's not fucking happening.
They run to a payphone. Brian calls home. The mom and dad are there, and are they back together now? Well, this is.
I mean, I'd imagine the sudden shock. Your sons have both gone fucking missing. One of them went missing first. The other one just dived off the fucking porch. So you don't know where either of them are. Yeah, you don't know where either of them are now. So I guess you would come together. I know he's got a 2-hour fucking drive to get there, so at least he cares.
And they ring them up, says, we're in Malibu.
Yeah. And he says, what are you doing in Malibu? He says, a long story. He says, I'm not fucking bothered. You're grounded. You're grounded, you stupid bastards, both of you.
Brian turns and tells Eric that they're grounded for 12 years.
Grounded until we're both making our own money, which, to be honest, we are doing because this is our film. Savage boys forever. Yeah. They jump up, high five.
Oh, I was going to say
freeze frame.
Yeah, they do the Rocky run through the water.
Yeah, the hug. They both fall over. Had to be rescued.
Swept out to sea.
Have to be rescued. Ronnie, he goes in to help him. Still hooked up to the batteries. He fries himself instantly. He's dead. And Kirsten just takes fucking photos of him from the shore.
Yeah, and does a little flip thing of their death.
Todd shits in his beret. It's a beautiful, beautiful ending.
And what could make it better is the
There's
most
only
irrelevant
one song.
The most irrelevant ending song I've ever heard in a film.
Yeah, this for me is one of the most unexpected uses of music ever.
I mean, I covered Twilight as a written review for our website, and that has an inexplicable use of Muse during a baseball scene. Oh,
yeah. All right, home run.
But this is much more unexpected.
And here it is.
Of course, it's Talking Heads.
Yeah, it's the road to nowhere.
Just playing as they'd all run down the beach and shit in their beret. And
it's like, what the fuck? It's like totally irrelevant to everything that's happened in this film. I mean, it's a great song. I listened to all of it. I listened to the whole thing, but I was writing me notes about all the nonsense that was happening, and then that came on. I just looked back up to think, what the fuck's happening now?
Yeah, I'd love to have seen your face when... Honestly. It's because it starts so slow as well, just with him singing.
Yeah. Well, it's like, no, what was it? What? I just looked,
Maurice
broke my own fucking neck.
Maurice is just
back
looking
at the screen.
up. Just with that song playing.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if they were all singing it? We just all look into the sky singing it.
Arm in arm, walking down the beach.
But they don't. It's just totally irrelevant. And it's the whole fucking song as well.
Aren't you disappointed that homeless person didn't see the kids appearing out of nowhere and just pour his alcohol away? That should have happened, shouldn't it?
Should have done, shouldn't he? Yeah, looked at it and gone, oh. Assuming he was homeless, he could just have been a fisherman out early.
Yeah, sleep on the beach, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because he got
the shock of his life seeing a fat kid kill himself by accident. Like another one with glasses shitting in his own hat, and the little girl recording it all for posterity, and the other two just swept out to sea.
The other two just suffering shark attack after shark attack in a feeding frenzy.
Yeah,
maybe he would have poured his drink out. Maybe he'd have gone and bought a drink and then poured it out.
Yeah, it's like a remembrance, like what gangsters do.
Yeah, and then thrown some shoes up on a electric wire or something.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Right, so Little Monsters, Ken, you've seen it finally. I would have sworn you'd have seen this as a kid. You'd have been.
I used to see it on the shelf, in the store, and I just thought, no, it's not for me. It looks shit. Yeah, and I was right.
Oh, I thought you might change your mind.
I know I've given that impression as we've gone through. But no, I thought Maurice was fucking annoying all the way through.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fred Savage is Fred Savage all the way through as well. He does actually say that he doesn't even like Kirsten, and they're just friends, which I thought was a bit weird, considering that the whole point seemed to be that he did like her. But that was even mentioned in the film. We wrapped that up nice and neatly.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's quite a lot not to like.
Yeah, I think ultimately, there's a lot of these that we watched as children back in the day where they have these sort of hyperactive that are just fucking annoying now when you watch them back. Flight the Navigator's another one.
I never watched that either. Never seen that.
Well, we'll be covering that at some point, and
For fuck's sake.
You're gonna fucking hate that.
Well, thanks.
You really are gonna hate that.
I choose ones that you like. I can't believe this is how we're working.
Oh yeah, I loved fucking Demon Wind.
Hey, that was a you problem, man. That's a great film.
Yeah, well, I think it's good to get some nostalgia episodes in. Everyone's reacted well to the Karate Kid.
Yeah,
so I thought
which is very similar in this. To be honest, it is similar.
Yeah, so I thought let's go delve back into the 80s kids films, and for Halloween, why not Little Monsters? So there we go.
I guess.
Plus, I know how much you like monster films. You love a creature feature.
Yeah, well, it's not though, is it? It's no good. I'll tell you a better version of this. Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah,
that's a better version of this.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'll tell you another better version of this is Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
and the other one. All the Monsters Inc. films are better than this. Same sort of principle, same ideas.
Even when they went to university.
Yeah, why not? Bit of fun, isn't it?
Who was your favourite character? Did you have one?
What, in this?
Yeah.
Oh, Monsters Inc.
This?
Oh, right,
is this similar as well? A little bit like, did the monsters remind you of? Is it Nightbreed?
Oh yeah, I guess Maurice did a little bit.
Maurice, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And maybe Snick, Snick Dick.
Yeah, those two. When I was watching it again, it reminded me of Nightbreed.
Yeah, but again, not as good as that. So it's kind of it's reminiscent of other films that are all better than it.
Nightbreed has the amazing killer mask, doesn't it?
Yeah, Cronenberg's in that, and he's him.
Yeah,
that's Cronenberg himself playing that murderer.
So
spoilers.
Is the dad your favourite because it's you, basically?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's the exact answer I was going to give you. It's Daniel Stern's my favourite. Defends, as he's known.
Yeah, it's even got a touch of an old school Ken B. Wilde look about him with the short hair and short beard and glasses.
Yeah, see? Again, similarities, but not as good. No offence, Daniel. You've done very well.
Did very well.
This is very, very good.
Would this film have been improved if Jean-Claude Van Damme played Eric?
Well, yes. But that would have been difficult, wouldn't it? Because he'd been older than Brian.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a younger brother, so it would have been difficult to get that in.
If you had to forcibly insert Carl Weathers into this film, what character would you want him to play? Maybe we should do this from now on with the films we cover.
Well, if they're bonuses and not do a pitch.
Yeah. You have to forcibly insert Carl Weathers into the film we're already covering.
I'd have him as the principal.
Ah, I thought you might have gone Kirsten.
I'm not forcibly inserting Carl Weathers into Kirsten. Oh, no, sir. Or the boy. No.
Fred Savage has the hots for Carl Weathers. I mean, we all do. It's understandable.
Who cries when his homework's ripped up?
He's absolutely enthralled when Fred Savage shows him how a flip book works.
How to flip photographs. Yeah, can't believe it.
Imagine him delivering the line of, "You really want to know, or you're just asking?"
I think he'd have a confused look on his face when he said it. Probably look away and just sort of worried face as you say, "What?"
Fred Savage is like,
and then just look back.
"So what's up, Miss DeVoe?" And Carl Weathers is like, "You really want to know, or you're just asking?"
Oh yes, classic
Carl
lines.
Weathers as Kirsten DeVoe. The little coloured hat on sideways, little multicoloured hat.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. It wouldn't be that role anyway. It'd be the principal, I told you.
With the glasses on the end of his nose?
Yeah, but he'd be in it more.
What would he be doing?
He'd fucking go with them down into the bloody monster world and shoot the fuckers.
He's got the
Take
classic
his machine gun from Predator. Take them down there with him. Fucking blowing them away. Absolutely destroying the place. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been a better film, wouldn't it? Carl Weathers down there.
Of course it would have. Just on his own. He said, "I'll tell you what, kids, you fuck off and stay up there. I'll have this."
Yeah.
Just goes in and blows the fucking place to pieces. Kills everybody. He'll flamethrow Snick straight away. He ain't care.
Boy's there trying to. Well, maybe if you stay down here, you can. Oh, whoa! And he just machine guns
Just
him to death.
grenades. He just throws a grenade into his face. Just blows his head up.
Pulls the mask away, puts the grenade in, and lets go, so it
and
snaps
just
back
slaps
into his
the mask
face.
back in. Yeah, his head just explodes from the inside. Yeah, there you go. See, Carl Weathers.
That's a better film, isn't it?
As the principal.
Principal Carl Weathers.
Principal Carl Weathers taking it on, yeah. That's whose house I'd have gone to. I'm fucking going to Todd's house in a little shitty beret.
Literally.
I'd have gone straight to Carl Weathers' house, knocking on his door.
What's he shitting in?
Anything he wants.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I want to read the feedback we've had, Dom, if I may.
Oh, okay.
We had some feedback on our Total Recall episode, ladies and gentlemen. And obviously, as we say, we do say if you like the episode, please leave us a review. And someone has done exactly that. Unfortunately, I don't think they got the first bit of if you liked the episode, leave us a review, because they didn't. But they left us a review anyway. And we've finally done it. We've got a 1-star review.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it's always nice on a free-to-listen-to podcast to give somebody a 1-star for all their effort. And this has come from, let me see if we can find him, someone called David. I'm not going to tell you his whole name because, you find it's on Apple Podcasts. Just look it up yourself. His name's David. He's from the United States of America. Hi, David, if you are still listening. Thanks for giving us another shot. My God, David, what's chewing your dick? I think's the phrase.
What's the beef, David? What's the buzz?
Yeah, where's the beef? It's where's the beef anarchy? He said, anyway, I'm not going to do an accent because, it's disrespectful. And as you'll see, he's not our biggest fan as it is. So David's called his review, Totally Not For Me to Ever Recall.
Oh,
you see what he's done there? You see what he's done? 1 star out of 5. And here we go.
Is that your review of his?
No. No, Dom, stop it. All right, this is the whole thing. I'm going to read it in its entirety. I love movies. I love horror, sci-fi, cult, exploitation movies. I periodically search for new shows to hear. I gave this one a listen, but could not finish the episode. They reviewed the Paul Verhoeven film, Total Recall. Love the movie. I honestly don't know if they did or not. I never made it to the end. Seems all they wanted to do was make fun of Schwarzenegger's accent and yell a lot. It was funny. What are you talking about?
I cannot believe this. I'm out of here.
You idiot, David. It was funny the first couple of times.
You hate us, the podcast, the whole business.
I guess. But wow. Talk about beating an undead horse. Every time I thought they were starting to sound remotely intelligent and insightful and start examining the movie, they'd break into yelling in an Arnold-type voice in a gross display of self-gratification.
Oh.
It truly got to the point of demeaning. I'm done. I'm done with hate in my life. There's fun criticism and reviewing, and there's just being childish and mean. Delete. The end. Some harsh words, and it's opened my eyes to a lot of things that we do wrong. Mostly being the fact that we started to sound remotely intelligent and insightful, so we'll not be fucking doing that again. So sorry, David. That's what's annoyed you.
Yeah.
Can't figure out what you're talking about for the rest of that shit.
I will say, in our defence, we're covering films about 2 twin dragons with moustaches attacking, these aren't films to be insightful over.
No, but maybe Total Recall was the time that we should have started.
Well,
we almost did, apparently. We were so close.
That's not the podcast, is it? I'm sorry if we ever gave the opinion that we were some sort of film critics.
Oh, well, yeah.
It must have been from the trailer. It's a very intelligent trailer that we have.
Yep. And I just don't understand what we did wrong. I mean, I hardly even noticed us do Schwarzenegger accents. Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger would be so upset to hear that two idiots from the UK have been doing impressions of his voice, because no one's ever done that before, and he was unaware of that? He's unaware that his voice is impersonationable. Well, is that a word? It's not.
Yeah.
But, do you think he's never heard about that sort of thing happening? I hope he's not listened to it and it's upset him.
I hope not.
I hope not. I mean, he's just out there being a millionaire, and we're here just doing this for free. So I feel sorry for him.
Also, the character he's playing has that accent. So when we're taking the piss, it's usually, if not always, we're taking the piss out of the character of Quaid. So we're obviously going to do the accent. Why wouldn't we? It'd be insane if we did an Arnie character and took the piss out of it and didn't use the accent. We also, I hope you don't listen to Labyrinth. David Bowie's going to be very fucking upset.
Maybe we should just not do it as much. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe, that's our fucking podcast. Maybe you have a podcast and don't do Arnie impressions. How about that?
And I'll go on and say there's not enough.
We'll talk about the lighting and the undertone and the
undertones. Yeah, good song.
Yeah, exactly. Do that instead on your podcast, and on our podcast, we'll make fun of Arnie for being massive and no one talking about it.
In a gross display of self-gratification.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that accused of me before anyway, so
that's
that doesn't
true.
bother
But
me.
yeah, usually in court, not over bloody radio.
Yeah, radio.
We try not to do that. Well, I don't know what else to call it in the heat of the moment. Yeah, so apologies there, David. If you are still listening, give us another chance. Then
I'm sure we can disappoint you again.
Yeah. Won't be a third one, will there? Anyway, we're not being mean. We are being childish. I'll accept that. There's no hate. There's no hate in these reviews. Although this film is shit, and I wish I'd never seen it. So what? So what? It's all about opinions.
Yeah,
we love Total Recall. By the way, if you didn't listen to the end, you'll never know that, but we did.
Yeah,
of course we did. It's Total Recall, you bloody madman.
Yeah. Also,
nobody hates Total Recall.
Why not be childish? Some people like listening to podcasts because they're funny and childish and silly. Because it's sometimes life's tough and you want to listen to something that's stupid and makes you laugh.
Yeah. So we'll try again, but we'll try probably not to cater just for you. So
yeah, even though we are addressing you specifically.
Yes. Likewise, I don't hate you either, David. I'm just not bothered. Take it as you want.
Your in-depth podcast with critical analysis of films such as Manos, The Hands of Fate, I'm looking forward to it, where it's all strictly by the book and down the middle.
Yeah, you talk about the struggles that they had in the funding and the locations. That'll be interesting. I'd like to laugh along to nothing in that one.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Good luck to you as well. Make sure I give it a 1-star review.
Now, I do apologise, obviously, if you were looking for it and found it hateful. That's your fucking problem. But thanks anyway for letting us know. It's really affected us well, though, so thank you.
I mean, we are addressing it on the podcast, so
I just thought it was worth mentioning. It's not all. We're not living the dream out here. We're not living out in mansions, are we? We're not out pimping our rides and welcoming you to cribs and all that shit. We're not just sitting here reaping in the benefits of all this fandom. Some people don't like us. Difficult to see why, but
that's a good sign of a podcast growing, though, isn't it? That you do get. It's not all 5-star reviews and people helping each other out, and we're actually getting people listening that probably don't know what the hell it's about and aren't enjoying it, and that's fine. But this is the first 1-star. We thought we'd address it.
Yeah, if
we're not going to be doing that for all of them. Don't just give us loads of 1-star reviews now because Ken's decided to highlight this one. For fuck's sake!
I didn't give you his full name anyway. He's just called David. I could have made that up for all I know. Well, for all you know, I know I did or not. I'll check again. Actually, I can't remember. Yeah, so I just thought we'd bring that into there. It's not all fun and games in the world of the bad movie cult.
Yeah.
But for saying that you're through with hate and then hurting us so badly, David, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? You're spreading the very thing you say you're against. Why, David? Why? Why do that to us?
How do you sleep at night? In a bed? Well, if that's true, watch out, because Maurice might turn up and get you.
Watch out, because Fred Savage will saw your fucking legs off. So just be careful, David. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go and saw the legs off of my bed right now, actually, just in case that happens.
I'm going to go and saw the leg off my son.
And with that, we'll bring this episode of the podcast to a close.
I think what it does is it shows that we've picked a film that just sort of brings people out, and I want to have a listen to it. Want to have a listen to about that film. Good choice of film, in my opinion.
Yes, Ken, thank you.
Yeah, not this one. This was a shit choice.
Well, you're welcome.
No worries.
Thank you for listening to this one, and we'll see you next time. Thank you again, Kenneth.
Thank you again, Dom.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye, David.
See you, David. Cheers, mate.
What's a fleshlight?
It's like a torch you have sex with.